I can't put down a cup. I can't pull down my nut. I don't know why it's stuck. I wish I made this up. It's a true story. But anyway, Dave Blunt's Kanye West Lapdog. Holy meat ride. Last time I've seen this much meat riding was actually not that long ago. All right, I'll be watching things. You mind your business. But on the real, Dave Blunt and Ye have a relationship, okay? Here's a text shared from yesterday. I will be next Pope, Dave. When I'm Pope, I'll make everything a sin. I'll make you Archbishop of the world. Word. When I'm Pope, I'll remove sex out of wedlock from the sin laws. We'll all go to heaven. Just wait. How about we finish the album? This shit ain't gonna do itself. Then Ye says, I'll make being obese a sin, so you shut the fuck up about I'll make being obese a sin, so you shut the fuck up about the album and go to hell. Becoming the next Pope is more important than the album right now. Ye is so delusional, bro. I swear to God. This is so fucking funny. But yeah, it's nutty, okay? In this text, we see Dave Blunt mentions an album. What's he talking about? Well, apparently Dave is writing Ye's next album, World War III. And now, if you watch me, you know I typically don't cover this side of music, all right? I talk about emo, metal, punk, bands, that kind of shit. You know the vibe. After looking into this a little bit, all right? And the thing is, I didn't even try to look into this. This is just everything I've seen in passing. It's hard to not want to spitballs at these guys, all right? And after I break everything out for you, you're gonna want to toss your spitballs as well. Kanye West is dropping World War III under the name Ye. And he dropped a song about a month ago, and let's look at the stats here, okay? It's not doing too hot. 587K monthly listeners, and the single, it only has 2 million plays, a little over 2 million. Now, obviously, impressive numbers, however, not for Kanye. I think this is pretty telling of how many people are actually interested in Ye's career right now. This Nazi arc he's doing really isn't working out for him, and for some reason Dave Blunt is like, yeah, I'll be a part of this arc. I'm down, I'm with it. But World War III, the single, dropped, and these lyrics are kind of fucking insane. And just like reading it or even listening, you can tell this is not Kanye's pen, all right? This is Dave's pen. A lot of these bars are absolutely insane. And here we get a little bit of proof that Dave Blunt is writing the album and not Ye, as Ye even confirms this following video is true. This is true. We would talk for hours, then he'd write 3 songs in a day. Let's go ahead and listen.
It's not an anti-Semitic album. It's a album by the man who's gone through a lot of pain and a lot of trouble. And I know it's not an anti-Semitic album, nigga, because I wrote that shit. Me. Every song on that bitch, nigga.
So yeah, here we get the confirmation that Dave wrote the album. And he says it's not an anti-Semitic album, even though literally one of the bars here, I'm anti-Semitic fully. Yeah, sure, pal. Let's look into these lyrics in a deeper way and realize it's about a man that's hurt. It's about Ye being hurt and feeling betrayed, not about him being a fucking Nazi. Even though it's not an anti-Semitic album, despite one of the bars being I'm anti-Semitic fully. No way. You're an idiot. You think this is about anti-Semitism? You are an idiot. Anyway, Dave Blunt is a meme rapper, all right, and he always will be. So a quick rundown, if you don't know who he is, he basically does comedy rap. This is him, okay? This is Dave Blunt. He's basically popular for looking like this and writing songs about not being able to put down the cup. I'm sure you heard it. And it's like a reference to his addiction with lean. His other popular song was Crying in the Kitchen. And it's referring to him crying in the kitchen because of Madison. And in this song, he name drops like 10 fucking people and drops the hard R, and the whole song is just absolutely ridiculous. Most of his music, there's slurs left and right, and he even encourages his fans to sing along with this music. Take a look at this video.
I want everybody to say that motherfucking word. Everybody. I don't care your race. I want everybody to say the hard R in this building. Fat nigger.
I wish I could find the other clip where you can actually see the crowd. Not only was the venue looking pretty much fucking empty, but brother, there was not one bit of melanin in that fucking crowd. It was literally a crowd of white dudes. But the thing is, Dave Blunt, I feel, has the comedian pass. He says wild shit in his music for the comedy and for the shock value. I love all my N's, but I promise I'm not an F. No one really batted an eye. I feel he kind of gets away with having a slur or homophobic bar in pretty much every song. But now I see this guy in a completely new light. I wasn't a big fan of him before, but I didn't really mind his existence, and now I kind of do. A screenshot of Ye texting Dave came out, and it says, "You're my favorite rapper and writer. Are you free?" Dave says, "Thank you so much, Ye. It means the world to me. And yeah, I'm free." And this was 6 weeks ago. Long story short, they become butt buddies. Ye even gets Dave a personal trainer to help him lose weight, but quickly regrets that because Drewski had some allegations against him. Don't even know what it is. That's not really relevant in this conversation. Ye confuses Drewski with Dave. "Why am I seeing these allegations about you? I thought you were different. Delete my trainer's number." Dave says, "Ye, that's not me. That's Drewski." Ye goes, "Oh, never mind. How much weight have you lost since I connected you with my trainer?" But Grok says that it's fake. I don't know. I don't know if it's fake or not. I just think this is kind of fucking funny. "Yeah, you're my favorite rapper and writer, but I confuse you with Drewski even though you guys look nothing alike." But yeah, Dave is Ye's favorite rapper right now, and probably because Dave doesn't really give a fuck and is just dropping slurs out the wazoo. And he just shows it. He doesn't care. So Ye asked for Dave's help for his upcoming World War III album, and Dave writes music really fucking fast, all right? And that shouldn't be too surprising since they're not the most thought-provoking lyrics in the world or anything. It's like, it does seem like a 5th grader can write these bars. But then they dropped the World War III single, and it's bad, brother. It is bad. Literally rapping about himself being associated with Nazis and being anti-Semitic and doing to Dave and dropping hard R's in the song. Basically saying shit that he's been saying on Twitter for the past few weeks. And Dave, for some reason, wants to be involved. Dave does not mind being associated with a literal Nazi and a guy that wears this outfit to his interviews. Like, holy shit, this is insane. Now, 2 things here I want to talk about. Number 1, this makes it seem like Dave wasn't being comedic when he's rapping about homophobic shit. Like, this is making it seem like he actually is homophobic, which I'm inclined to believe. And the reason for that is because of this clip right here. He did a podcast with Adam22 and No Jumper, and just take a look at this bit here.
These niggas can wear dresses and purses and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
now when Dave mentions like, oh, there's dudes going around wearing dresses and shit, his homegirl here, her name is Sarah, and Sarah makes a face like, "Ew, dresses? Disgusting, gay, Now, they're on a topic of Dave Blunt's having lyrics about that are kind of ripping on gay people and dropping F slurs. And when Dave mentions other people wearing dresses, Dave's friend here, her name is Sarah, but she's kind of making a face like, gay men in dresses? That's gross. Get that away from me. Yucky. In this interview, Dave mentions how Sarah is basically his ride or die, keeps him in check, and go ahead and listen to this interview. She's clearly not for the gays. And this being Dave's ride or die, it doesn't really give him the best look, I'd say. Now, to be clear, in this interview, Dave also mentions that he's an ally for gay people. He says, "Look at my tracksuit. I'm with y'all." What? Because it's pink? Is it because it's pink? Is wearing pink gay? Does that make you an ally because you're wearing pink? It's like he's using the tracksuit as some sort of shield for when he gets questioned about these lyrics. Me? No, I can't be homophobic even though these bars are homophobic. I'm wearing pink. Okay, this is a color associated with the gays, not associated with lean, which is basically what got me famous. It has nothing to do with my brand or lean. It's strictly because I'm an ally. Don't use your tracksuit as a fucking shield, brother. Just because your tracksuit is pink doesn't mean you're an ally with the gay people, okay? It's pink. Pink is just a fucking color. And I do want to make it clear, just because Sarah is probably homophobic, it doesn't mean that Dave is automatically homophobic. I just find it weird that you will befriend someone that is homophobic when you consider yourself an ally for this sort of thing. And now you're collabing with Ye, who I don't think has ever said anything homophobic, but he clearly has a lot of hate in his heart. And the second thing I wanted to talk about here is I'm trying to see things from his perspective. And just imagine, right? Imagine someone you look up to, your favorite rapper, artist, band, whatever, even though they're controversial. If they ask you to collab, you'll feel stupid not to take it. You'll probably regret that in the long run. Dave probably sees this opportunity here, and he doesn't want to feel like an idiot for missing out on it. But here's the thing, because he's writing World War III, or apparently it's already written or whatever, he's just the guy that's riding a Nazi. He's now a guy that puts his morals aside for some clout. Before linking up with Ye, he already had his career established. He didn't have to do this, but he did. And again, bro, like that academics interview, why do you want to be friends with a guy that pulls up to an interview wearing that? I know someone that's not fully in support of Ye, but he doesn't really see an issue with him, so I got into conversation and see, why do you not see the issue? And after this conversation, he says that Ye is just saying crazy shit to prove a point, and I guess that point is, look, people will believe anything, everyone is just sheep. But it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean you're not doing anything wrong. It doesn't matter what the fucking message is. You can't expect everyone to understand your message if you're not being clear with it. You're selling fucking t-shirts with swastikas on it, brother. Ye is making being a Nazi and a racist cool. What is the message? What are we supposed to get out of this? Then you have idiots like academics platforming this guy, and Dave collabing with this guy, co-signing on his fucking actions. At the end of the day, if Dave wants to be a second voice for Ye, which he has been, like take a look at this screenshot from not too long ago. This is Ye basically telling Dave, yo, tell the world that I'm banned off Twitter, and is basically using Dave as a second fucking voice. Please alert the masses. What about the album? This is more important than the album. We're like Ye and Silent Bob. Getting banned from Twitter is worse than being in China trying to load porn with no VPN. I'll just start spamming you with my tweet ideas. Like, bro, bro, you're literally his lapdog, bro, and you're okay with this? Be your own fucking person like you were before. It's whatever. I just don't think Dave is being too smart here. Ye is just using Dave as the cum rag he is, and Dave is just too blind to see it, okay? And here's the thing, off of these text messages, it's clear Dave is just focused on the album. But again, look who you're associating yourself with. Look who you're collabing with. I just think Dave needs to wake the fuck up, all right? And if being controversial is a part of his brand, I get it, I guess, but you can't be surprised when people stop fucking inviting you to shit. You can't be surprised if you start losing your friends, which I couldn't find it, but apparently he did lose his friends. Big fucking shock, all right? If you're associating with fucking Ye, no duh, you're losing your friends. Now I'm gonna just shut the fuck up here, all right? Because I could talk about this forever. Again, this is a channel that's more dedicated to bands and stuff. If I find a topic like this interesting, I will talk about it. But if you're into bands, check out yesterday's video. And it's kind of fitting because I talk about separating the art from the artist.